Thank you for coming together as catechists during this culminating activity of the Archdiocesan celebration of the Catechetical Month. We have this topic, the theme for the ECHE celebration of the Catechetical Month, which we just read, no? Kanina, yun yung nakalagay sa natin, revitalizing the gifts of being, becoming, and belonging to the ministry of catechists. But then, allow me that we reflect together on the three important keywords yung binanggit ko kanina sa homily, which is being, becoming, and belonging. Now, the first is on the gift of being a catechist. Being a catechist. Alam nyo, next slide please. By virtue of our baptism, all of us are called to the work of evangelization, of being catechist. Bawat Kristiyano ay katekista. Years ago, in 1980s, there was already this Congress, National Congress for Catechesis, at yun ang ginamit nilang theme, bawat Kristiyano ay katekista. That means to say, all of us are baptized. We have a role. We have a role to play in spreading the Word of God. That is why being a catechist is given to all. Yet, the work of catechesis is given to a few. At kayo yon dito sa ating archdiocese. Yet, we need to emphasize that whenever we do catechizing, catechetical activities, everyone is involved in the work of catechesis. Now, who are responsible for the ministry of catechesis, no, or catechist? The Christian community, sabi dito sa Directory for Catechesis 2020, in Article 11, it says, the Christian community, in fact, the whole community is responsible for catechesis, but each one according to his or her condition in the church. Sabi rito, lahat. Pero may kanya-kanyang role ang bawat isa. Bawat isa may kanya-kanyang role. At binabanggit dito ang role ng bishop, parish priest, deacons, consecrated persons, the seminarians, the catechists or the Christian living, teachers in Catholic schools, parents, grandparents, and godparents. So all of this are responsible in the work of catechesis. Yet, everyone is given important tasks. That is why in the new Directory for Catechesis 2020, issued by the Pontifical Council for New Evangelization and signed by the Pope, binanggit yung role. Ang bishops, catechist din sila. Ang parish priest, catechist din sila. Deacons, mga madre, all of them. Seminarians, lahat sila. Even parents, grandparents, godparents, yung mga ninong-ninang sa binyag, they are all catechists, doing their specific tasks. Now, in particular, we have what we call the ministry of catechists. At sabi ko kanina, tayo yon, kayo yon, bilang mga laiko, bilang mga madre, pari, involved in the work of catechesis. In particular, in public elementary and in public high schools. Now, ano yung identity? What is the being of the catechist per se? Ano yung kanyang mga characteristics? Dito nga sa sa Directory for Catechesis number 113, binanggit doon yung mga iba-ibang characteristics. One, he or she is a witness of faith and keeper of the memory of God. That means to say, a witness of faith. Siya ay nagpapatotoo. Siya ay nagpa-practice ng kanyang pananampalataya. He knows who God is in his life or her life. That is why he is called a witness of faith. Isa siyang saksi. That is why he is not only an educator, but a witness of faith, a keeper of the memory of God. That means to say, he knows or she knows how God intervened in history and how God intervened in his or her own life. Second, he is a teacher and a mystagogue who introduces others to the mystery of God. Yung teacher o yung mystagogue, ibig sabihin noon, siya yung nakakaalam hinggil sa pananampalataya and he accompanies a person. He accompanies a person to the mystery of God. That is why this is particularly seen in the earlier times of Christianity when we have the practice of catechumenate, no? Catechumenal way, no? Kung tawagin. Ito yung merong pagano na inaalalayan ng isang baptize. At yung baptize na yon for several days in a number of months, he is being led to the knowledge of faith. That is why he is not only a teacher who transmits the faith, but he is also a teacher who inspires the person he is accompanying with. Kaya nga makikita natin, a teacher and a mystagogue who introduces others to the mystery of God. He does not only have the deposit of faith or the knowledge of the faith, but actually in his or her own life, persons can see in him or her a person where Christ or lives in him or her. And then third, he is an accompanier, an educator who helps his brothers and sisters to mature in Christian faith. Ito yung pagkakaiba talaga noong ibang mga profession. Yung catechist and religious education teachers, they accompany the students for them to mature in faith. They don't only transmit the faith, but they accompany them towards maturity in faith. That is why isa sa mga titles na ginamit hinggil sa local catechetical directory ay yung Maturing in Christian Faith. And that's the title. Everyone matures in faith, but one who is maturing in faith is leading also others who are still not mature or has been left behind in the development of faith. Kaya nga, yun ang isang catechist, no? He is a witness, he or she is a teacher, and an accompanier of faith. Kaya nga, ang ganda yung description na binanggit ng Directory for Catechesis 2020 hinggil sa identity of and role of the catechist. Kaya nga, yung identity and role of the catechist, they go together. Ito yung binanggit ko kanina. Next slide, please. Sabi ko kanina, the task of catechesis is a vocation, not a work. To be a catechist requires love, an even strong love of Christ, love for His people. Binanggit ko ito kanina during the homily in connection with the call of the apostles. We are all called. Tinawag tayo na maging mga catechists. In particular, in the ministry of the church, we are called. Tinawag tayo. More than a profession, catechetical apostolate is a vocation. Kaya nga po, nakakatuwa, pinili kong manatili sa inyo kasi karaniwan, ang sinasabi pagkatekista, puro medyo may edad na. Pero I was informed, I was looking at you, at the presentation, there are also young catechists. And the young, they are the hope of the church. Hope the church. Kaya nga, dito sa binanggit ni Pope Francis during the pilgrimage of catechists in 2013, binanggit niya, let this vocation grow in every catechist. And then, si Bishop David, noong AMCM, annual meeting of catechetical ministers, coordinators, and directors sa Balanga, Bataan, he was the keynote speaker, inspirational speaker. Sinabi niya, as for every believer, catechists live, move, and have their being in Christ. From the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 17, verse 28. The catechist being is being in communion with Christ. Yun yung binanggit ko rin kanina sa homily. We get our formation by being always in communion with Christ. And being a catechist, he or she is to be found always in communion with Christ through prayer. Isang madasaling katekista. Kaya nga, ang akala lang natin, ang katekista, siya yung may dalang book, may dalang teaching materials, but we can also find in catechist a praying catechist, always in communion with God. The catechist is a disciple who learns from Christ, molded from the teachings and example of Christ, and eventually obtains light and strength from Christ, ready to be sent as a missionary disciple of Christ. Ito yung binanggit ko kanina sa homily, yung paradigm, the paradigm of being a catechist. He is called by Christ. He is being formed by Christ and inspired by the Holy Spirit, ready to be sent as missionary disciples of Christ. Kaya nga merong calling and response, merong formation and readiness to be sent everywhere. In our case, in the public elementary high schools, elementary and public high schools in our archdiocese. So that is being a catechist. From the general terminology where everyone has a job towards catechesis, towards the specific or particular task of being catechist, which we are now today, as gathered, formed, and inspired during this day-long activity. Now, the second is on the gift of becoming a catechist. Becoming. So, yung kanina, binanggit natin, yung being a catechist. Sino ba yung catechist? Now, the becoming of a catechist. Kung bang tinawag ka ng Panginoong Jesus upang maging katekista, katekista ka na kaagad, hindi basta-basta. Sabi ko sa homily kanina, becoming a catechist is actually lifelong process. And it's an ongoing process. At yung becoming a catechist, formation in holiness and spirituality is always going on in one's life. Kaya nga mahalaga po yung tinatawag nating ongoing formation of catechist. No, binanggit ko rito, we are asked to let the seed of faith grow in our hearts. We need to undergo the art of becoming through formation. Kaya nga yung, kung meron yung seed of faith in our heart, we allow the seed of faith to grow in many ways so that the seed of faith would mature and would ready to bear fruit later on. Akala ba natin, matagal pa ang tatahakin natin upang that we have to bear fruit? Sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Those who are gradually doing the formation, you can already find ilang fruits na mayroon sa kanya. Kaya nga yung fruits na yon, paunti-unti hanggang sa dumami dahil patuloy niyang hinuhubog ang kanyang sarili. A catechist who is open to the grace of formation eventually bears fruit. Not yet so many, but in the long run, the catechist bears fruit. So many fruits. And then second, ito yung sabi ni Dr. Yayet Batan sa kanyang libro, The Catechista in Your Hand. Sabi niya, the key goal in becoming a catechist is embracing and imitating the life of Jesus Christ, as central in the education of faith process. All catechists then undergo a formation process as a necessary step in fulfilling the mission and service as teachers of our Catholic faith. Kaya nga, may mga programs tayo sa ating archdiocese that leads towards the formal training of catechists. And I am glad that our Pius XII Catechetical Institute has been reopened after many years that it has been closed. And this is a way by which we invite those interested to undergo the formal formation in the Catechetical Center. But there are other ways of formational activities. Marami po yan. At isa dyan, itinatawag na nating ongoing formation. Next slide. The usual forms of catechetical program include orientation, basic, and certification programs. There are also ongoing programs conducted on a monthly basis. Balikan natin yung orientation. This happens for new catechists. Kanina binanggit ni Father RJ kung sino yung mga bagong catechists. No? May mga nagtaas ng kamay, ay either mga kabataan, mga middle-aged, at mga senior. Orientation activity, the new catechists are being oriented to the work of catechesis, to being catechists. At yun ay sinasabi, kung papaanong ay isang catechist is to be formed. And then there is what we call the basic formation ng ating office, yung ECHE, Episcopal Commission on Catechesis and Catholic Education. Meron silang tinatawag na basic formation in faith. No, it's good during summertime na dinadaluhan. Yun yung basic orientation. And then the certification programs. Maraming pamaraan, sabi ko nga, where certification programs is undertaken formally. It could be in Summer Institute. It could be at the associate programs in catechetical centers. It could be the 4-year program. Yung sinasabi kanina ni Sister, yung Bachelor of Science in Religious Education, Values Education, and Bachelor of Science in Social Studies. Meron tayo dyan sa Pius XII Catechetical Institute. But in other dioceses and other catechetical schools, there are programs related directly towards catechetical apostolate. Yun nga, yung tinatawag nilang Bachelor of Science Religious Education. But for those who have already been teaching, for those who have already been retired, there is not only the basic faith formation. Meron silang tinatawag na iba pang formation, the deepening of the formation of faith. Kaya yun, minamahal kong katekista na yung mga formation, initial formation. And yet, there is also the importance of ongoing formation on a monthly basis. So what are the contents of the ongoing formation? It could be the prayer, the holy hour, Bible reading, Bible sharing, and many other forms that are needed in deepening our faith. Now, in the dimensions of formation na binanggit din sa Directory for Catechesis, may mga binabanggit din dito sa formation na nire-recommend nila. Number 1 is the dimension of being. The catechist is formed to become a faithful witness and a keeper of the memory of God. Yung being catechist, ito yung pagiging witness. Siya yung hinuhubog sa pagiging tao upang marunong makipagkapwa-tao. And that is why a catechist is not only a teacher. A catechist is above all a person who knows how to reach out to others, who feels how the other feels, who knows how persons who are struggling need to be responded to. Kaya nga, beyond the classroom work, siya rin ay isang guidance counselor who has a time for a person who feels lost, depressed, is in need of help. Kaya being is yung pagiging isang tao. If you are a good person, people would come to you because they know that you are a good person. Second is the dimension of knowing. Yung sinasabi ko kanina sa homily, that the person needs to be instructed in faith. Sabi nila, di ba? You cannot give what you do not have. But if you have something, you are better equipped to proclaim the faith to others. We also need to be formed intellectually. Kaya basahin natin, ano? The catechist is formed to become a teacher who instructs the faith. The process of integrating the content of the faith takes place through familiarity with sacred scriptures, magisterial documents, the Catechism of the Catholic Church or Catechism for Filipino Catholics. Ito yung mga subjects na kinukuha natin during the formal training o yung mga subjects na kinukuha natin even in the informal training. That is why the catechist needs to be familiar with sacred scriptures, with the Bible, with the teachings of the church, and with the Catechism for Filipino Catholics. Yun ang mga foundations of learning the contents of our faith. Then, letter C, the dimension of learning how to do. The catechist is formed to become an educator and a communicator. Parang kahapon yata nag-uusap kami kasi sa aming diocese at maging dito rin sa archdiocese, marami yung mga retired na teachers ng public school or private schools, even principals, who volunteer themselves to the catechetical apostolate. Marami yun sila. Ibig sabihin noon, they already have the methodology of teaching. Isa rin kasi yan sa inaaral. That the catechist knows how to teach. How to teach. Pero kung wala tayong background, this is where the dimension of learning or formation in catechesis is to be given to those who are starting or to those who have not yet undergone the process of the methodology of teaching. Kaya nga, usually yung catechesis o catechetical apostolate, doon sa mga formal na kumukuha nito, they are enrolled in the Bachelor of Science in Education. So much so that the catechist not only learn the contents of the faith, but also the methodology of the faith. And also, the catechist is formed in their being a person. Kaya ito yung tatlong dimensions of formation. Being, knowing, and learning how to do. Napakahalaga po noon. Sabi natin, parang ang hirap palang maging catechist. Ayaw ko na magturo. Pero don't lose hope. Kasi the mere fact that you are already teaching, you are somehow learning. You are somehow learning. And I shared that during the CAP General Assembly in a talk I have given. Sabi ko nga, if a person who has been teaching, who has not received a formal training in catechetical work, eventually learns the content of faith and also learns the methodology of teaching and also is formed in his being a person. Kaya nga po, napakahalaga na pagka naging katekista tayo at umalis na tayo, ibig bang sabihin, tapos na yung pagiging katekista natin? Hindi. Nasa dugo na natin yon. If we have started teaching, if we have started volunteering as a catechist, it's already in our lifeblood. Ay, nakakatuwa yung dinalaw namin, nakakausap namin mga tao kahapon. Kasi kahapon pa naririto. And I was given the opportunity to visit the churches and also the people. But one experience that struck me in my talk or dialogue with people yesterday is that yung sabi niya, yung lola nila lola nila was already active in the church. So much so that their mother was also active in the works in the parish, either as a member of an organization o as a catechist. At siya rin ay active. Kaya nga, the work of catechesis is being passed on. No, the work of being a catechist is being passed on from our grandparents down to our parents, down to us, and even down to your children. Kaya nga po napakagandang experience because this becomes an opportunity. Sabi ko nga, where we not only give the faith to others, but we allow ourselves to be formed in our faith. Now, yung isang, what struck me in the document of the Directory for Catechesis is the idea of accompaniment. And the Pope loves to use this word, accompaniment, even among the youth. Yung sa kanyang apostolic exhortation, the title, Christus Vivit, or the Christ is Alive. Ano yung word na maladalas yung ginagamit? Accompaniment. Sa synodality, on the synod on synodality today, what is the word that is being used? Co-journeyer. Co-journeyer. That is why all of us are co-journeyers and accompaniers of faith for others. Dito binanggit nung document, DC 2020, sabi dito, the Church takes the duty of forming its catechists in the art of personal accompaniment through proposing to them the experience of being accompanied to grow in discipleship and enabling and sending them to attend to his or her fellows. Kaya nga dito maganda yung experience of a person who accompanies others. Hindi niya sinasabi na kapag katapos na magturo sa isang grupo ng kabataan o mga bata, tapos na ang role ko. That is why the catechist becomes like a mother, becomes like a father, becomes an elder brother or an elder sister to the students or pupils he or she is teaching because he would like to accompany them in faith. How many of our young experience the pain and the loss of parents who have separated? No, may mga bata na nagre-react and we could already feel the pain of this young. Bakit kaya magulo sa klase yung batang ito? Then, you realize, ang kanya mga magulang kasi separate lang. And there are students who are reacting to that situation. How happy they are when their parents are living together. How happy they are when they experience love within the family. And this we can sense in the classroom where we are teaching. That is why the catechist becomes a mother and a father. Because the father and mother figure is somehow absent in a few of the students we are teaching. Kaya nga't yun yung kahalagahan ng accompaniment. A catechist is an accompanier. Nakikilakbay siya sa pain, sa hirap, sa struggles na pinagdadaanan ng kanyang mga estudyante. Now, the gift of belonging, number 3. Ayan, binanggit natin kanina, no? Yung being, becoming, and also the belonging as a catechist. Sinabi dito, ni Dr. Batan, basahin ko na lang. In the entire process of catechetical formation, the aspiring catechists are formed with the support and help of fellow catechists, journeying together with hands tightly held in learning all about our Catholic faith. These hands that help shape the minds of each aspiring catechist in the formation process are the same helping hands that bind the spirit of community that purifies their intentions in becoming well-formed catechists. Kung titignan natin yung kanina, yung sa element of accompaniment, binanggit doon na the experience of being accompanied to grow in their faith. Kasi bawat katekista, you also have experience how you are accompanied with during your early days in catechesis, where you learn from the elder catechist, where you are guided by the elder catechist, so much so that when you have this experience of being accompanied, you are ready to accompany others. And that is the spirit of belonging. Kasama pala ako bilang katekista. Hindi pala ako pinapabayaan bilang katekista. I am being accompanied by fellow catechists for me to grow in my faith. Kaya nga po sa mga elder catechists na naririto, you can do the same task of accompanying. So being a catechist is not limited in the classroom. It is also experienced in the office or in the room where you undergo formation, where you are able to accompany fellow catechists through helping hands. Halimbawa, hindi siya marunong sa paggawa ng teaching aids, hindi siya maalam sa ilang contents of faith, we will do the task of helping the person so that the person is accompanied in her growth in faith. Alam nyo, isa sa mga kulang or challenge din ngayon is that many of we can claim of our parents are not doing anymore the initiatory task of doing catechesis in their families. Ano ba ibig ko sabihin dito? Kasi dapat ang parents, they are the ones who teach the child yung pag-antanda ng krus, di ba? Yung pagdadasal, yung pagtuturo sa mga anak nila na mga bata pa lang, toddler pa lang, hinggil sa image ni Mama Mary, ni Jesus, hinggil sa images of saints, tinuturo nila yon. But then, because parents are both working, ang naiwan na lang yung guardian. Pero yung guardian, kulang din sa pananampalataya. Kaya nga, we really need to form the parents also for them to become catechists or for their children to do the initiatory task of catechesis. Yung initiatory task, yung para sa mga toddlers. Kaya nga ang tawag sa mga parents, they are the first catechists and the first values education teachers of their children. Kaya nga nakakatuwa, yung ibang nanay who used to be working, nung nagkaanak, they resigned from work. Bakit ka nag-resign? Sayang yung kikitain mo, sabi ko. Mas mahalagang aking mga anak. Sabi niya, I can guide them during the early days. Kahit may mga nanay pa rin ganoon. Pero may mga nanay naman na bagamat hindi naghahanap buhay, pero kulang pa rin sa pananampalataya. And they also need to be guided in terms of contents of faith and also in terms of being as Catholic parents to their children. Now, the community of catechists towards a solidarity with the church. Kanina binanggit ko, di ba, sa homily, yung the love for Christ and the love for her church. That is our work as catechists. We express our love for Christ and our love for the church. That is why a catechist is not isolated from the church. It's not only doing a particular task in the church, which is teaching the children in the classroom. Hindi lang. The catechist is actually a worker for the community. Ito basahin ko yung kay Dr. Batan. Sabi niya, the call for building a community of volunteer servants in our church enriches one's vocation in being a catechist whose formation enhances his educative skills for teaching about our Catholic faith and whose spiritual commitment to serve catechetical ministry stimulates a deep sense of solidarity with the church. Ano ba yung ibig niyang sabihin dito? Mahal ng catechist ang simbahan. Mahal niya yung mga bata na tinuturuan niya. Mahal niya ang kanyang parokya. Kaya nga, the catechist is doing volunteering catechism because he or she loves the church. It is out of love for the church that we are doing this catechetical work. Ibig nga kahit na nga sinabi, Dr. Tacorda kanina, walang masyadong bayad, pero ang bayad nasa langit. Ganun nga siguro, if we love our church, we can do the best we can in order to help others grow in their faith. Now, within or among the catechists, sinasabi rin dito, the caring system of support and assistance magnifies the vocation of catechists to commit their time and resources to catechetical ministry without expecting anything in return. Sabi ko kanina, the work of catechesis is not only limited within the classroom. The work of catechesis is expanded beyond the classroom. So much so that the catechist is expected to give the pre-sacramental catechesis. Halimbawa, kung may binyag, may kasal, may libing, no, may kumpil, the catechists are doing this catechetical task. They are also doing catechetical ministry in the basic ecclesial communities. So much so that the catechist becomes a leader in the community because siya yung maasahan. Maasahan siya ng parish priest. Maasahan siya ng kanyang community to lead others towards faith in God. Yet, within the circle of catechists in the parish, yung catechists din, especially the older ones, they show caring hands to the younger ones or the new ones who are starting as catechists. Kaya nga, mga kapatid na katechista, your work of being catechist is expanded. Hindi lang siya sa classroom. Maging sa classroom, may mga bata dyan na nangailangan ng counseling. May mga bata dyan na kailangan pakinggan ninyo sila. May mga bata dyan na maaring hihingi ng tulong sa inyo. Wala man kayo maitutulong, pero maghahanap kayo ng tutulong sa mga bata na dumaranas ng hirap sa kanilang family. The caring system of support and assistance among the catechists is magnified beyond the group of catechists, maging sa kapwa, kaparokya, o sa mga bata na tinuturuan natin. And so, what are the attitudes to be developed? One, in being a catechist. Bawat Kristiyano ay katekista. Yet, there is a particular role of catechist, no? That the catechist being is always in communion with Christ. So yun. Bawat Kristiyano ay katekista, pero bawat Kristiyanong tinawag sa pagkakatekista in particular task is called to be always in communion with Christ. Second, in becoming a catechist is to be open and responsible to one's ongoing growth in a holistic manner. May ibang catechist kasi, sabi na, tapos na ako nag-aaral, bakit kailangan pa ongoing formation? Ay, tapos na akong dumating ng seminar, dadalo na naman ang seminar na yan. So, becoming a catechist is a person who is open to ongoing growth in a holistic manner. Kaya nga, tinatawagan siyang palagi na sumama sa prayer groups, sumama sa mga seminars, sumama sa holy hour, pagro-rosary, and many others. He is open to his own growth. And third, belonging. As a belonging, catechists do not only belong, but project an attitude of inclusion, pakikipagkapwa-tao, and accompaniers to others' growth in faith. Kaya nga po mga minamahal na katekista, our Pope is calling us towards this attitude of inclusion. Ano ibig sabihin noon? Yung katekista, natututo siyang mag-reach out sa kanyang kapwa katekista. Natututo siyang mag-abot ng kamay sa isang tao na nangangailangan, kahit na siya man ay nangangailangan. Natututo siya na makilakbay sa isang nahihirapang tao, kahit na alam niyang nahihirapan din siya. Being a catechist who is wanting to belong to a group of catechists and to the larger community manifests what it is to be a Catholic. A Catholic with an inclusive heart. So, hanggang dito na lang. And I led you in reflecting on these three attitudes of being, becoming, and belonging. And we pray, sabi ko kanina, through the intercession of Saints Simon and Jude and Saints Lorenzo Ruiz, may we become the best catechists that we can be, so that we can lead others to become Christians as better they can be. Good afternoon sa inyo pong lahat.